Thank you, Cheslin. Faf, great to see you again. If you could just reflect on your Northern Hemisphere season and the South African influence, a profound South African influence at Sale, and you are bringing into camp as a group in terms of player knowledge and playing style.
Yeah, Matthew. Yeah, obviously, I think we had a pretty decent season down at Sale. Really enjoyed the year, and yeah, just great improvements all over the show. And it's great to see that the boys are getting the opportunity at the Springboks for playing well for their club. So that's always great to see. And I think that gives a lot of confidence to the other players that play abroad as well. Shows that if you play well, you're going to get your chance at the Springboks. So yeah, and like Chizzy said, we've played against a lot of these guys that are involved. We have a bit more knowledge about them, and hopefully that will show in the games going ahead. And I think most of the time we don't really have to do a lot. The coaching staff give us a lot of knowledge about the players anyway, but just to have some personal experience always does help a bit. And yeah, hopefully that will show on Wednesday.
And then finally, Faf, with the injury to Alan Wynne-Jones and the Conor Murray being named as Lions captain suggests, not necessarily so, but suggests that he is the starting scrum half that Warren Gatland has in mind. Does that tell you something about the way the Lions are going to play?
Yeah, it's difficult to answer that because obviously he's played a lot of test matches and has a few line series behind him. So I think to have that type of guy in the team is great. But Warren Gatland can change his backline any way he likes to. He can play Farrell at 12, play Farrell at 10, do changes in the midfield. That can also change the way they want to play. Obviously, playing Murray as a very good kicking game, which I think is going to be very important in these games going forward. But yeah, I think there's such a different array of players in the backline that can pretty much change the whole dynamic of how they want to play. So yeah, it's just not going to be up to one guy for us to decide how they're going to play. So I think there's a bigger challenge across the backline than just Connor.
Thank
you,
Matthew.
Gentlemen. Thanks, Ray.
Thank you, Matthew. Now our next question goes to Owen. Good afternoon, Owen.
Hi, thanks, Leon. Also, just for both men, if they don't mind. Hi, Faf and Cheslin. I just wanted to ask, you guys obviously haven't played under him as a captain yet, but you guys are quite experienced now and gelled with Lucanio now as backline teammates. I just wanted to get your impressions on what Lucanio is gonna bring as a leader on the field, just in the place of Siya Kolisi. He's been quite successful as Sharks captain, understated and calm guy. Just your impressions and what you guys are expecting, of him as a leader this week.
Yeah, I think you mentioned that there is the calmness factor. But I think the great thing about especially the start on Wednesday is there's a few youngsters, and then there's also tons of experience with Eben being vice captain, and you got Mornay Steyn at 10, and Damien that's played a lot at 12, and then you got Lucanio on 13 to organise that. You got Villy in the backfield. So I think the nice thing about Lucanio, he doesn't try and steal the show. He'll always lean on those guys in the specific areas. So it's a great guy to have on the field. He's very calm. If the guys maybe go over the edge a bit, you have to draw them back. But yeah, I think that calmness is a massive thing. And like you said, he's been having a great season at the Sharks. So hopefully we can see a bit of that magic on Wednesday.
Thank you. Andrew McKenna, you up next?
Faf, Rassie just told us that he would like South Africa A to play the Lions on Saturday instead of the Stormers. Well, Warren Gatland was actually holding a press conference at the same time where that point was put to him, and he said from his point of view, that is not going to happen. So how hard would it be for the Springbok players to go into the Test series with such a lack of match sharpness? You've spoken about the mental side of it, but what about the physical side?
Yeah, I can't comment on who we're going to play and where we're going to play. We just try and prepare for for what we told. If we need to play on Wednesday, we are preparing for Wednesday. If we play the British and Irish Lions on Saturday again, we'll do that. If we play a different side, we'll do that. That's not up to us. I think we're very well prepared as much as we can be for Wednesday's game. And I think the physicality side is part of nature in our side. If you look at the guys across the board, they don't mind a physical battle if they haven't played in a year, or if they play every weekend, they enjoy the tough stuff. So I think they're even going to be a bit more hungry for it because there hasn't been a lot of it.
Okay, we're going to wrap up. Nathan? Nathan, can you hear me?
Yes, I can, Rian. Thank you very much. Faf, a teammate of yours at Cell is playing this week, this Wednesday as well. Tom Curry. He mentioned an encounter he had with you prior to leaving England. He said that you told him the last domestic game win, I think it was against Harlequins, would be his last victory in a long time. Obviously, meaning he'll lose the test against the Boks, of course. Do you remember this encounter with Tom, and do you want to share how the conversation went?
I think so, man, but that's just rugby banter, and we just gave each other a bit of stick, and obviously I just sort of severed my ties with Tom after that game. Obviously we were very tight during the season, and just sort of joked around, and that's just normal friend that we all do that. So I don't think you guys need to make a big deal out of it, but if that could be true, that would have been great. But obviously they've won a lot of games now, so that hopefully we can do it in the test matches, and I didn't lie to him.